Good evening, homies. It is James Affinity here with Rewind Electric, and welcome to the Rewind Electric Show. Tonight we have Topo Chico mineral water, carbonated, and we've got some friends here. We're filming before a live studio audience featuring Cruz Ramirez, Turbo Diesel, Turbo Thomas, and Gravedigger. He's just gonna kind of get a wheel up on Thomas there. Okay, what we're doing tonight, try and knock a quick one out here. I say that a lot, don't I? Nothing goes as quick as I think it does, ever. That is just how it goes. That's why I don't tell people how long anything's gonna take. What I've got here is this MXR 10-band graphic EQ. This is a pedal that I bought from a place where I kind of sat on it too long before testing it, and now I own it, and it had problems. It was really humming crazy, but I think the problem is in these two capacitors here, and I got a bag of capacitors here. So should be these two guys. Now I'm pretty sure that there's also going to be some scratchiness in the faders. I mean, there's 10 of them. It would be kind of weird if there wasn't, right? I gotta do a weird thing here, guys. I've got like a knit shirt on, and the edge of my workbench is grabbing it. It's gonna mess up. So I'm gonna put some tape down to cover up that raw wood edge. There we go. Problem solved. Yeah, there we go. Nice. I mean, I'll just leave that there. Okay. So yeah, I expect it's gonna have some scratchy faders because there's a lot of faders there. It's kind of like, you know, Crocodile's likely to have a toothache because he's got a lot of teeth. So I don't know what we can do about that. I mean, obviously we can spray some cleaner in there, and we can spray some compressed air in there, and we can try and clean that stuff out. Where the heck is my compressed air? I ordered compressed air weeks ago. I totally forgot about that. I think the type of faders that are in here are unfortunately not able to be easily taken apart without removing them. Yeah. See, that's the thing about these faders. Check it out. They have to be taken apart from the side, but they're stuffed in there. You can't get to the side other than like this one. Or maybe this one. I'm not sure which way the side comes off. CTS. So I'm not going to worry about that at all right now. It's just that goes into the category of I got bigger fish to fry tonight. Now, which way did those capacitors come out of here? That is the question, isn't it? I don't know which side was in there. I might have to go back and review the video. Good thing I documented it. And that, friends, the fact that I documented it, that's why I make these videos. I'm not trying to teach anybody how to do anything. I mean, sometimes I am, but not with this stuff. Not with these taking apart a pedal for the first time you've ever been inside, that type of thing, and learning how it works as you go along trying to fix it. Let's just see what these caps read on the meter. They should be 400 microfarads. Something close to that. 5.4 nanofarads. And 12 approximately nanofarads. Well, that's no good. And a new one. It doesn't want to read it quickly. Thinking about it. 465 microfarads. Maybe I should give this a little bit more time, just out of curiosity. Let's give it a little more time to Yeah, it's pretty steady, 5.19 nanofarads. And we're reading the new ones because you never trust the marking on a cap to be what it is. 462, so it says 470. Plus minus 20%, something like that. Yeah. And they're about the same size. They're not this really cool blue color, and they're not made in the USA. They're not Sprague's, but what you gonna do? So I'm gonna go check the orientation of those real quick. Sit tight. Alrighty, I'm back, and I just took a quick little look at the previous video, and I see which way the caps are oriented now. So we're just gonna put them back in that way. I was also reminded how this capacitor was sitting here shorted against a lot of these other components. So it's possible this whole pedal is damaged beyond just those capacitors, but we're gonna hope not. So they were oriented with positive up and to the left if you're looking at it with the EQ at the top. Okay, which there is a way to do this properly, and I'm not doing it, so I'm going to. Easy little trick here. So you've got your two holes for the capacitor that it's going to sit in. I'm going to go back, zoom out of this so that we can stay focused, hopefully. Set your calipers, you measure them with that, lock this down, lay your cap on here, or you can go this way. You can mark where your leads bend. In this case, I can probably just bend the leads right on it. Just like that. It's probably going to be the same spacing for the other one. All right, so we've got one thing that I'm going to do that wasn't done before is that I'm going to orient these so that the writing of the value and the voltage is on top. Now the voltage I'm using is more than twice what the previous one was. Hopefully that will add to the longevity of these here caps. I'm not going to fully trim these legs yet. I'm just going to trim them a little bit so that they are out of my way as I move this around. Okay, let me confirm that the spacing on this one is the same. Indeed it is. So we go values up. Bend the legs. Is that good with you, Gravedigger? Look okay. See, my son's away for the first time right now. And he had a request to see these guys, so. JT, Papa loves you. Papa's got your engines and car and monster truck here for you. I'm going to put a little piece of electrical tape around this capacitor because it really is sitting on a bunch of pokey little pins. I mean, it's no surprise that that last one was pierced by it. There we go. So hopefully that should give it a bit more protection. And I'm going to take that other one back out and do the same thing. So up and to the left is what we said, and that's what's going on there. Positive is up and to the left. Ooh, there's no pad on this side of the board. I guess it's just the other side. Let's hope. That one I'm going to nip off pretty much where it's got to be. guy back out. We're going to do our little tape trick again. Scotch Super 33 Plus. That is the electrical tape to have. Okay, so there I've got my little electrical tape capacitor now. And we'll pop it back into position here. Okay. This is one of those ones that's going to be super easy and fast. Yeah, I know how this works. What's going to go wrong next is the game we should be preparing to play. I'll level with you, though. This is an inexpensive pedal. If it wants to play games with me, it's going to find itself in the trash bin or you know, like being dismantled for parts in short order. I don't have the patience to like go crazy over $130 pedal or whatever it was. Or I think it was less. I think it was 50, 55, 60, somewhere in that range. I got it with that MXR micro preamp that went back. That was like a voluntary recall. Part of the store. They didn't have to take it back, but they did. But I'm certainly not going to call and be like, oh, and by the way, also this other pedal I bought at the same time and waited too long to test. I also just tested that and it's no good. No. This will be salvaged for parts if it doesn't work. Okay. Ready to solder. Now I'm going to use the paste flux. I just like how it stays where you put it a little better. Though it does splatter, but this thing's already got paste flux splatter all over it, right? Okay, and I think there is no solder pad on this side. I think it's only on the rear. Maybe there was one. Fortunately, it doesn't seem to go anywhere on this side. Okay, that's nice. That is nice. Close quarters of diodes and ICs here. I don't like it. Okay, got it though. I hope that's all supposed to be bridged because it is now. There's that other guy. He gets soldered on this end. Definitely gonna need a little of that flux. Okay. Okay, that solder actually went through the board on all three of those connections very nicely. So I do not need to solder the side on any of them but this. They're like perfectly soldered. Okay. That guy's done. We are almost at smoke and sparks time. Not spark and smokes time, but smoke and sparks time. Okay, just taking another look to confirm once again we have the correct orientation. It looks like we do. Go to gently place this in here. That weird ground configuration goes right there. Maybe this guy is supposed to be the ground, or maybe it's just got all kinds of the wrong screws in it. If you remember, there was this weird hex nut. I mean, you do see that stuff on ground sometimes. I don't see it on MXR pedals, though. Oh, look at that. Can you see what's going on here? This is the stuff you gotta look for. That wire was about to have a screw pass through it. That's how you wreck things. For certainty. Were these what was in it, really? There's like some wood screws. I don't doubt it. Let's try this. Are these the right threading? I think so. But are they too long? That's also possible. They're the right threading, but that one's had the wrong screw in it. Oh, is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? I don't know. Might have to cut it shorter. It keeps going though. It's bottomed out about a millimeter away from the top. How terrible. Okay. Well, they will work at least. Okay. You know what these are? You guys have one of these tools here? I mean, it's a lot of things. It's a crimper. It's a terrible wire stripper, but it is a wire stripper. But it is a bolt cutter too. So you thread your screw of choice in the appropriate size hole. This one says 632. Is it gonna pass through there? Here's a trick. When you're gonna do a thing like this, use a plastic bag. I don't have a plastic bag handy, but when you're gonna do something like cut a bolt, you do it in the bag, and then when the two halves go flying, you know they're in your bag. I didn't say it was easy. Okay. See, that sheared it off. You can tell there it's no longer aligned with itself. Both halves are stuck in here, but it did the job. I have to do that one more time. Yeah, I've got to unscrew it to get it out, of course. Yep, there we go. The part I didn't want just fell out. There, see? Now I've got a nice shortened screw. You can hit a file across that a few times if you need to. I don't think we need to. It usually cuts it fairly clean. Okay, and the next one. There you go. Now this one's going in well. I think it just needed the threads cleaned up. Okay, in the bag, and I'm gonna bust my knuckles on it. Oh, there we go. And it is sheared to the bolt. Screw. Is it a bolt or a screw? I mean, it's a machine screw. It's also a bolt. Okay, and now this little guy is gonna drop right in there and fit perfectly. Right. Oh, I've got to do it again. I bet I do. Because I don't want to use this stupid thing. All right. Whew, okay, I gotta do one more. Where to put it? Oh, gotta fish another one out of the parts kit. So you know the rule is that put in all this work to do a nice clean job. It's not gonna work. I'm gonna test it and it'll go or some random machine noise. Something it's not supposed to do by any means. I'm telling you, pedal, you perform well. You look at your peers who suffered the fate of not performing well. They've been delegated to the parts supply bin. They don't even get a bin. They're a parts supply bag. You don't want to live in a bag. You're an MXR pedal. Glad that was the last one. So who got in here, replaced all 4 screws, including the ground, with wood screws and a weird little hex bolt, and then put it back together, and didn't fix those caps that were shorting out and reading, not but a fraction of what they're supposed to. Welcome back, Gravedigger. He had to take a little break, apparently. Okay. Yeah, we're going to test it now. I'm not going to zip it back up. Okay, ye old Princeton reverb of 1978, the year of our Lord. Firing it up here. Somebody pick the voltage. You with the ski boots and the Joker hat. What is it? 113.6? You win. You get it. And that makes 113.6 the magic voltage of the evening, meaning that it is the perfect voltage at this time and place in the universe for the Princeton reverb. And we're going to not do that because I actually have to use the Variac for the pedal. Duh. So Princeton reverb gets the full juice. All right. Pedal comes up slow. Okay, you guys know the drill here. You are my eyes and ears. If you see smoke, if you see fire, if you smell burning, please let me know, and I will stop increasing the voltage. Here we go. Taking it up on the Variac. 17, 22, 27, 31, 37, 43, 45, 50, 55, 62. Okay, we are now pulling 0.01 amps. I like that. It's 72 volts. 86, 92, 97, 105, 106, 112, 114, and we're pulling 0.02. Now 0.01, right at the cusp. Okay. All right, I like that. Let's hook this up for audio. I think we can flip it over. Let's just make sure there's not like little metal hairs like exactly there is right there. Okay, we can go in and out. Let's just zero this out. Oh, there's no center detent at 0. Interesting. They encourage you to actually use your ears. I like it. Either that or they weren't very confident about where 0 actually lies. Okay. How are we doing here? World record speed? Yeah, I got to bring the power back up, right? Okay, we're at 108. It said 117 on it, so I'm going to give it just that. 116.7. That's good enough. Hey, you know what I don't hear? A whole wreck of hum. I mean, it is dead silent. Is there a bypass switch on it or something? Yeah, it's a little scratchy, but it's working. A little disco smile there. Nice and funky. Just run sevens, middle position, sevens all around. Very scoopy. All of a sudden it sounds like a Strat, doesn't it? Oh, I hate it. It doesn't sound good at all, but something like this will probably sound pretty cool. You know what you really need, though, to get the most out of something like this is a rat. All right, I'll put it at normal-ish. It's gonna get loud. It's gonna get loud. Let's get proud of loud. Whoa. I mean, boy, did that work out awesome. I didn't expect that at all. I really kind of was counting on this having more problems and at least having a bunch of crackly sliders, but I'm not hearing that. I'm not hearing that at all. I got a nice one. Nothing. No crackly faders. What on earth? That doesn't happen. Wow. All right. If we just put it at 0, we get a really cool hiss boost. I don't even hear that, actually. Let's hear 2K. 2K is that one. Is a little harsh. Let's try. I think this is 800. Maybe it's 600. Oh, that's 800. It's JCM 800. What more can we say? We've EQ'd. We've plugged in. We've ratted. We've definitely done some grave digging. We've recapped. So, to recap, we've recapped the MXR 10-band graphic EQ. And I'm out of energy. I'm out of dad jokes. But I'm not out of vehicles on the bench. So, y'all have a great night. See ya!